Hello! So Monty and I this morning have made our way to Burghead, which is about 8 miles away from Elgin. So we had to drive through Elgin to get here, and then we're right on the Moray coast now. It's a lovely morning here in Burghead. I don't think I've ever been here before, and I could be totally wrong. I think this might be the first time. We're just sort of sussing out the place a little bit. We had to drive through Burghead, and I think there is like a harbour here as well. We've actually just started at a Pictish fort that was discovered years ago, which we'll hopefully get up close to. And yeah, we're just going to have a little stroll around Burghead and yeah, take it from there. You say hello? Monty, you say hello? It's a cracking day here. Some beautiful views. So we're just coming up to this boat here. This boat was actually one of the most celebrated boats on the Moray Firth, and it's a 45-foot long 5E design, which was crafted from larch on oak, and this actually built in Fraserburgh. So Fraserburgh is along the coast, sort of towards the west, east, near Peterhead. There's a bit more information about it here, I think. Do you want to have a little read of it there? Yeah, it looks like people lost their lives as well on one of the planes. So yeah, what it's talking about there is on the 29th of August 1946, a Royal Navy Firefly got in difficulties and ditched into the sea near the boat, clipping off the mast. And sadly, the 20-year-old pilot lost his life, and then the vessel lay at the quayside for around 3 decades after running aground in the 80s. And it was actually close to being demolished until a man called Peter Wilson restored it for posterity. See here the sheer size of this 40-foot ship. Don't know if I can get any closer to it up here at all. Don't know what you can see of the ship here. So we're just leaving the boat now, and I think we're making our way around to the fort, the Pictish fort. There's like a visitor centre here as well, that donations are welcome, and it is open between 10 AM to 4 PM, but it is seasonal. We're in September just now, so I think it maybe does close at the end of September. So yeah, we might have a nip in there with a donation to see what that's about as well. So we have just came from that direction, sort of just right by the sea here. Monty spotted another dog, and I think we can make our way up this way. I'm pretty sure there seems to be a narrow sort of stony path up here, so we'll take a walk up this way. I'm gonna admit, I have absolutely no idea if this does lead to anywhere. I did try and have a look on the map, but it was a bit unclear. But yeah, we'll have a look and we'll see where this goes. If not, we will turn back and try and go the other way. And yes, it is quite a narrow path up here. There was a sign back there saying sort of do it at your own risk. So yeah, we've taken a bit of a risk, but making our way around here. Oh look, the end of the pier there of the harbour, it looks like. Let's have a look and see what's up here. And look what we found. We found the Burghead Visitor Centre right at the top of the hill. So it is a 3-star facility, but it's actually open 12 to 4. I thought it was 10 till 4, but it's 12 till 4. and it's supported by the National Lottery as well. I'm not sure how far we can get in. Let's have a look. Monty leading the way. Let's get some cracking views up here. Oh look, star of the show. And yeah, you can see lots of bottlenose dolphins out here as well, which is, this is sort of saying you can, various things are here actually. So just on the map, we're sort of around here, and yeah, you can see dolphins all the way along the coast, and of course right around Scotland as well, and different type of species of dolphins here as well. And in this area, we can look out for our minke whale, bottlenose dolphins, white-beaked dolphins, and also harbour porpoise dolphins. Nice little picture here. So this is about the Pictish fort. And this is what it would look like back in the day, back in late 3rd century AD. And these are probably some of the fishermen and possibly Vikings around at that time. You okay? You okay? Yeah, you got really good views and a huge mast here as well. If I can get it to the camera to work. Yeah, huge mast up there, right up to the top there with the flag. We'll have a look at the views in just a second. Just a few more things to look at here. This must be some of the bird wildlife we can see, and also some of the fish. So it says here that Burghead's narrow promontory reads far out into the sea. Stand here and see the marine world at first spread before you. So yeah, maybe you can always pause this if you like. I'm not going to read it all for you. Have a read and see what it says. Yeah, some beautiful views here. Really nice. No sign of dolphins as yet though. Up, good boy. And from this angle as well, you can actually oversee Burghead itself. It's quite a little village. There's caravan site off in the distance there as well. Sort of zoom into that there. And zooming out across the village. And over this way is towards Hopeman, inland to Elgin, and then further along to the likes of Lossiemouth, Spey Bay, Buckie, Cullen, and so on is over this way. Just looking at this map as well, so it's telling us where we sort of are in relation to some of the mountains. So sort of ahead of us, and this sort of direction would be the likes of Brora or Helmsdale, really far up north, including Wick, and yeah, lots of hills and so forth located down the side here, like Ben Wyvis, some of the Munro Mountains, Loch Ness down at the bottom there, and of course behind us would be the Cairngorms. And then Ben Rinnes, we actually did that quite recently near Dufton, and yeah, this is where we are. Burghead. Maybe eventually, hopefully we'll get to go to Finhorn at some time. Hopeman, Lossiemouth, they're all on the list to go to, aren't they, Monty? Lots of places to go and see. Up. Good boy. Got your biscuit. Monty. Good boy. You're beautiful. Hello. Do you want another biscuit? Do you want another biscuit? If I can get them out of my pocket, I will give you them, Monty. go, just about. Where are they? Nowhere near it. Here we go. Biscuit. Good boy, good catch. Good catch. Just did a bit of reading on Burghead, and apparently the locals here are called Brockers. So that's spelled Brochers. I was always under the impression that people from Fraserburgh, along the coast in that direction over there, were called Brockers, but it's apparent now that people from Burghead are also called Brockers, so there's something that I didn't know. Hey? Did you know that? Did you know that? So the present town of Burghead was actually built between 1805 and 1809, and what happened there was actually destroyed in the process half of the Pictish fort that was very important obviously to the site. So that was maybe a bit of a bummer for that when that happened. And then each year on the 11th of January, a fire festival known as the Burning of the Clavey takes place, and it's thought that the festival dates back to the 17th century, but it also could predate several centuries before then. Have a little look up these steps here. Come on, Monty. Good boy. Now there is a stone here, it's caught my eye earlier on. Oh yeah, so it does say here, in honour of all Brockers lost at sea in peace and war. So a little monument there for those lost in battles. I think Monty's just admiring the view. So a dig beyond the boundaries of Burghead at Clackahill uncovered an Iron Age circular stone houses and Pictish buildings foundations, as well as silver and bronze Roman coins and a gold finger possibly from the Baltic region. So I think this would have been maybe what the fort would have been. We can actually walk along this direction as well. So we're just here. Yeah, it's only goes so far, I think this. Yeah, just so far here. There's a boat out in the water there, I can see that is like that as well. It's so quiet here at the moment. It's lovely. It's a little breezy, hope you can hear me quite clearly. Need to sort out my mic situation. I've got a mic at home with the camera. I had it at home this morning looking at it, and I just didn't have the time to sort it out. So maybe next time, or maybe a few videos time, we'll sort it out and I can get hooked up to that. A little bit of an open area here just now. I have just made a donation to this. It's for the Burghead Headland Trust, and yeah, some of these things are actually pointed out where we were. So we were actually just up here, which is the Visitor Centre. And sort of in front of that is the remnants of the middle rampart, and then you've got all along here various different things as well. You've got the Burghead Well, a cemetery here as well, and then you've got cannons actually. I wonder if we can go and have a little look at that, and yeah, various other things here. So yeah, the cannons are, where are they? Okay, so they're there. Let's have a little look and see if we can find them. So we're making our way around the side of the visitor centre again. Possibly the cannons could be here. If they're actually proper cannons, I'm not quite sure. Let's have a little look hopefully and you'll be able to spot something. So that this path does take you to the sort of harbour area. We'll actually have a little walk along here when we get down. See what sort of access we can get to. I think if we head down this way though, that might take us down to the path for it. So according to that map, the cannons were around this area. I don't know if these would be the cannons at all, I really don't know. I mean, they sort of shape like it. They're just obviously facing up the way rather than, I thought maybe they would be facing like landscape rather than sort of portrait sort of shape. Could be that though, could be these. Interesting. So back here we're going to go down to the harbour. We might try and walk all the way along to the end and then back into Burghead itself. Just had a very quick walk down that direction just to see, because it looked as if you could walk down that way, but you can't. It's like a dead end and quite very steep. So instead we're going to go this way. Looks like we can hopefully get down the other way. So yeah, we were just sort of around this corner a few moments ago. Visitor Centre just to the left there behind us. Now I think we can head this way, get some beautiful views here. Lots of seating as well, taking the views. Sort of another angle of the visitor centre where we were. We were right at the top of that a few moments ago. And yeah, this could be what was left of the fort. So there is a sign here for the Burghead Visitor Centre. There's also a, oh, Monty's getting tying me up in his lead. There's also this sort of monument here as well. I don't know if you call it a monument, but yeah, this was the fort. Yeah, so Burghead is the largest known Pictish coastal formation in Scotland, or fortification, sorry, in Scotland, that's what it says there. And this again was what it looked like. So just turning around, we can actually head down to the harbour this way. It looks like. Looks to be a footpath just down here. So yeah, we'll head down this way now. So that's where we came from, just walked down that path there. And now we're headed towards the harbour. Now I don't think this harbour is in use anymore. Of course years ago the harbour would have been buzzing with boats of fishermen, or fishing women perhaps as well. But yeah, nowadays it's maybe used for recreational purposes. Sorry, Monty's got a sniff there. Yeah, I think it's maybe used for more recreational purposes. Things that you see there, the boats that people just go out and, you know, for their leisure, I think nowadays, rather than sort of catching fish. So maybe still do that as well, but maybe not to the extent of what happened years ago. I think these houses are still lived in as well. The Telford house, this one is, it says. Quite a grand building. Yeah, it looks quite busy down here actually, a few people going about. We'll have a little walk and a little sit down, or even not a sit down, just a bit of a rest with Monty as well. And yeah, this is where we were earlier as well. We'll try to get down this way, but as you can see it's all sort of fenced off there. There is steps, but I think it just looks a bit too steep for us to go down. I don't know if I was speaking out of my bottom earlier. There is some bigger boats there, so possibly they are used for fishing. Yeah, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 boats there maybe. Seeing a lot of kit there as well. Here we are, here is Burghead Harbour. It's a bit dirty in that corner there, lots of seagull feathers and so forth. Bit of plastic and plastic waste. Maybe you can maybe head up here and get a look, see if there's any dolphins. Monty, you won't be big enough to sort of stand up on the very last step. Up, 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 up. Can you see it? It's quite narrow for you there, Monty. So there is a sort of lighthouse at the end of there, and there is people fishing as well. I'd love to see dolphins here, but just haven't seen any yet. So yeah, we're just walking towards the end of the harbour at the moment. See if we can see anything different. There's actually a canoe or kayak off in the distance there as well, I noticed. Just one person on it. I think they've maybe just gone in the corner there. There's also another boat right in the centre of the picture there. I don't know if my zoom is picking it up. Sort of pan round here. So this one here, this building here was a Telford house, which is a very grand house actually from this side. Absolutely massive. It's got 1, 2, 3, at least 4 stories there. Could be more underneath. Monty is pulling, trying to get in I think, but that won't be happening. Yes, there's a sign here saying no jumping or diving as well. Get another view of the caravan site across the water there. And there's some very big walls here, very tall walls that yeah, we're not necessarily going to be able to stand up on. Can't see much beyond that at the moment. Go towards the end of the harbour here. It's very calming. In fact, there's kayaks. There's a bunch of kayaks or canoes. Yeah, it must be kayaks right there. Monty. Good boy. Come on in. It's a little bit busier behind me with lots of fishing people, kids and adults. Just love seeing Monty's ears flap in the wind there. Monty's constantly trying to drag me over to the edge of the harbour there, trying to get in, no, not actually get into the water, but just to have a little look, and having to sort of pull him back. Got quite busy there, quite a few families. Lovely to see though, doing their fishing. I'm not sure if they're going to catch anything, but pretty good to see. Now we're heading back round towards the other end of the harbour. Hopefully we'll have a little explore into Burghead itself, and we'll round up the video. We'll have one little look at here, Monty. We'll have one little look up. Just about see it, can you? Just about. So we made our way to the other side of the harbour here, getting in these views here, seeing some of the boats. One being the Via Moray is right here. Yeah, I don't think I've ever came to Burghead before, which is quite shocking. You know, it's only maybe a 45 minute, 50 minute drive from where we live. We've come back here, definitely. Just caught my eye, this building here. It looks like a stunning building. Look at that. There's a balcony right at the top there as well. Waking up in the morning, going out to that would be pretty cool, I must admit. It does have a name as well, this building. What does it say? It's said it's the... what does it say? The Dolphins house? Yeah. Massive. Beautiful stonework on it as well. Just next door to it as well, there is some public toilets, which is always good to know. What's this? The Shetland bus. Remembering the men of the Burghead base of the Shetland bus who died in its service. So yeah, this is the Shetland bus memorial. Some painted stones there with poppies on it as well. This also appears to be the Burghead industrial estate. And what I might do now actually just make use of the toilets if they're open. Might just head there just now before continuing on. So along the seafront as well, this building as well standing out as well. Quite sort of a unique shaped building there. Unique looking as well. Just getting ever closer to the caravan site here at Burghead. Stopped off for a little rest here, drink of water from Monty, and I've also got a banana in my hand. He will probably want some. Monty, oh, you love your banana, don't you? You love your banana. You lie down? You lie down? So we've just had a bit of a break, and you can see from this sign here that over to the right is the Moray Coastal Trail, as well as the Rose Isle Forest Walk and the Clarkey Hill Circular Path, also heading towards the caravan site, and where we were earlier, the harbour and the Pictish Fort. Just making our way onto some of the main streets of Burghead. This is on Brander Street, the Station Hotel, which is that here, and this could be one of the main streets just up here. There's like a local Scotland here, which is just like a local convenience store. Just along here, the nearest supermarkets would be either Elgin or a bit further afield, Inverness. Post office looks like it's shut down. It's also quite hilly in parts, I've noticed. There's some cyclists heading up one of the hills there, and they were struggling getting up there. And look, this looks to be the cemetery, the Burghead Cemetery. Some of them are probably that old that you can't even read what's on the stones there. That's what I'm looking at there. It's quite difficult to read. Now we're actually heading back up to the fort and the visitor centre, just up beyond us here. So now we're sort of back to where we started, where we parked the car. We're just near the visitor centre here by the fort. Our car is just slightly parked further down towards the sea. Lovely time here in Burghead, just exploring what's on offer, what there is to see. Obviously helps with the weather as well. Weather's been cracking this morning, really good. And yeah, I just want to thank you for watching, and yeah, we'll see you next time. Okay, bye! Just a little bit of bonus footage, just getting back to the car. I forgot to sort of go down this direction on Burghead towards the sort of east. And yeah, there's some good views along here. It probably goes right along. I'm not sure how far you can walk right along it. And there is more of a, well, I say more of a beach. It's not really, we wouldn't really call it a beach along here. But it is very lovely.